First one is minimize taxes. The second one is earn business income, and the third is asset accumulation. Okay? Let's talk about each in detail. You see, here's the reality. Most of our financial training was based on a four-letter word called work, wasn't it? Isn't most of the conversations you had about money in your life with your parents, with your peers, wasn't it always about W-O-R-K? Is that kind of what it ended up?
Yes, sir.
It wasn't a lot about strategy, was it?
Yes, sir.
No, it was mostly about work. Am I correct?
Yeah.
It's like the two things are attached, somehow. But in reality, we know most millionaires did not become millionaires by working. They became millionaires by strategies, okay? So let's talk about 3 smart strategies. The first one is minimize taxes. Now, Americans lose about 1/3 of their income to taxes. Calculate real quickly how much money you have made in your lifetime, or if you're younger, approximate how much you will make in your lifetime. In other words, you got a family. Most family incomes are high, but you got a family income of $50,000 a year for 40 years, age 25 to 65. That's $2 million, and somebody says, I want 1/3 of it for taxes. We're talking a lot of money, aren't we? A lot of money. Everybody got it? Now, because of that, we lose about 1/3 of it to taxes. We show our associates how to minimize their taxes by 3 methods. You see, we want to make some money, not working, but from a strategy. Is that the idea?
Yes.
You see, because we have the ability, you have people in America that's paying 2, 3, 4, 5% return in taxes, and then you got people paying 25, 30, 35% in taxes. And you would think that would be based on the more you make, the more you pay, but really, it's based on the less you know, the more you pay. Everybody got the idea? The less you know, the more you pay. Let's talk further. Now, the first way we're going to do that is to correct tax withholding. The second way is business tax deduction. The third way is tax record keeping. Let's talk the first one, which is going to be correct tax withholding. Everybody open up the packet called common tax deductions that we were given. Okay, turn to page 2, second page in, it says big refund, big tax bill. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, this is very, very important information, okay? If you're a guest, this information is important because it can help you verify that what we're saying is true. If you're an associate, it can help you validate how you're going to teach this to other people. You see? It needs to be validated. Big refund, big tax bill. This article came from the IRS website, 2005. I keep it because they write a different one every year, but this is the most plain letter that they wrote, okay? All the other years they start twisting it, right? But this is pretty clear. Now it says big refund, big tax bill. Updated. April 29, 2005. Some refund facts. Federal tax refunds to individuals total more than $215 billion. That's billion with a B last year. That was 05. If you Google that today, tax refunds last year, the last year they got it for 2012, it was over $300 billion. That's why H&R Block is building their company on the idea of get your billions back. Okay? Americans are losing fortunes, literally fortunes. More than 101 million taxpayers got refund. That's 80%. That means that's almost everybody you know. If you're an associate, that's important because that means you got a business opportunity. See, if H&R Block is going around saying get your billions back, that means that they've identified a multi-billion-dollar market of teaching people and helping people get their money. Well, that's one of the things we do in my econ. That's part of our business. We don't do the taxes, we just teach them how to get it. The average refund was over $2,000. IRS, right below it. Where does your refund come from? It comes from your wallet or purse. When you, not the IRS, when you tell your employer how much to withhold from your paycheck or your estimated tax payment. For an average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. That was in 05. It got worse. It's now $60 a week, over $2,800 a year. It's getting worse. Not better. The market's expanding. Bigger business opportunity for all of us. Now, you might be using the extra withholding as a forced savings method, but Uncle Sam doesn't pay interest on refunds. IRS advice. Next sentence. Putting the money in any type of account or paying down debts might be a better option. Now, this is what the IRS advice is telling people to do. They're not trying to keep people's money. The problem is not the IRS, the problem is the American people. Let's go further. 80%. Now, why is that such a bad thing? To allow your money, too much money to be taken out your check and the IRS hold it all year long. Because if they take the money out your check, send it to the IRS put it in the bank loans it out to somebody for cars, houses, and businesses. Somebody else is making money on your money. And you are unable to make money with your money. So your money's going to make somebody money. Your money's going to make somebody rich. But if they take it out, you don't have it, you can't use it to make money. And what's one of the biggest financial problems in America today is retirement assets, emergency funds, investments, net worth. Most people don't have any of that, am I correct? So if you were lacking something, it wouldn't make any sense to allow somebody else to hold your money, right? And make money on it, and you can't make money on it. So that's not a small thing. So we show people how to maximize their take-home pay and use the money for investing or debt elimination. The funny part is the IRS also does the same thing.